Sondriel and James Hagens ready to go. The puck is down. We're underway tonight in Dubuque. The Saints looking to bounce back against the U18s. USA right to left, dumps in to the side of Dylan Johnson in his 9th game for the Saints. It's his 19th birthday. Saints looking to get some big stops from him tonight, and he's going to have to make some against this really high-powered offense. Kevin Rayler good on some prime chances against last night. Saints left to right into the offensive zone for the first time. The blast from the point, Scott kicked away by Kev, who's starting for the second straight night after making 43 saves last night. Saints go to work down low. It is Noah Powell in deep, working back up to the point, and the Saints shot blocked in front. And goes all the way back down, all the way back out to center ice. 3.5 in, no score, and the track meet has continued from last night. Giuliani into the zone, fires over the net, off the glass, and USA starts forward numbers 3-on-1. The Saints are changing. Hagens in front, couldn't handle the pass from Ziemer. Stiga picks up, takes in behind, all the way in the back of the Saints end. Sondriel ripped down in the corner. He's a little bit awkwardly trying to get up. He had his shoulder and his head pinned against the wall, and his helmet was popping around, but the Saints do find the puck and chip it to center. 4 minutes in, scoreless between the Saints and the U18s. USA dumps back in, icing called against the U18s, and they face off. Will come back down the other end. With 11.5 to go in the second period there in Green Bay. So the scoreboard favorable, but the Saints have to finish their own business tonight. Saints in the offensive end of the right. Fisher-Scott wheels in back, centers in front. It's off Sondriel's skate, and Powell couldn't handle it, but Scott all the way back to the point with that great skating ability, knocks it back in down low, and then USA will find in back. Saints pick back up in center. Reeder flips forward, and he's unable to keep it in the zone. It's dumped all the way back in. Hendrickson's 22nd of the year overall, is 4th with the Saints, and both line mates getting assists there. They had 5 points combined last night with a goal and 4 assists. Saints move left to right back into the offensive zone. 7:10 to go in the first. 1-0 Saints. Right circle, Andrew King works back up top. King cross ice. Ziemer tipped it. Seamus able to pick it up on the left circle. He'll go up top, and then Ziemer tips to center. Seamus checked into the wall, and USA goes with the odd man back the other way. The pass back to the trailer, and it was blocked by the Saints. After Seamus was stuck behind the play, it led to the odd man rush, and the Saints able to knock the puck out to center ice. Seamus maybe a little bit shaken up from the hit he took there. I'll keep our eye on him. Hagens dangles into the Saints end. The backhand, they score. It was Stiga on the back door. And just like that, USA ties this game up. 6:34 left in the first. Hagens just dangled his way in and had Stiga on the other side of the net. He tucked it in the post before Johnson could slide across. USA. 2-1 Saints, 3.5 left in this opening frame. Seamus back for it, chips up the wall, lost it, turned back in front. The shot, they score. It is Hagens in front. The Saints turn it over, and the puck finds Hagens alone toward the front of the net. He rips it under the bar. It's 2-2 with 3:28 left in the first.
If you can create traffic in front of him. Last night I thought, he saw pretty much every shot, and, he's going to stop a lot of those, but just create traffic in front and just make it physical on him.
Saints back in their own zone off the draw. It's left in front. They're able to pick it up and flip to center ice. 38 seconds left in the first. USA back for it, and we'll start forward right to left. Tip through center, and it is taken by Hagens. He'll zip into the Saints end. High slot. A shot blocked by Fisher-Scott. Picked up by the Saints. Hendrickson falls down and turns it over. Hagens dangles in, cuts to the circle, feeds in front. One-timer, Ziemer save. Rebound side of the net. Johnson punches that away at the post. 17 in the period. It's Emery at the point. To the right side, Ziemer feeds toward the front. Kick down by Stiga. In back. Hagens pinned against the wall by 2 Saints. Puck to the corner. Tipped up top. 5 seconds in the period. Emery holds on right point. His shot through traffic. Deflected wide into the corner. Hendrickson will pick it up. And the first period comes to an end. Saints are focused on USA tonight. We can look elsewhere if we want sometimes. Green Bay ahead 3-2 over Chicago. Saints give up a quick chance right away off the face-off into the Dubuque end, and Ziemer stopped by Johnson. 10 seconds in. Saints lost the draw. Hagens carried it right in, and Ziemer shot right in the chest for DJ to hold on to it.
And not worried about anybody getting them any help.
Win tonight, win Tuesday night in Waterloo, and you do it on your own. Saints
Exactly.
right to left out of their own end, and they chip it in deep. Noah trying to tip it back up to the top. It does sneak towards center. Scott knocked it in, but USA will carry forward. Stiga into the Saints end. This line so dangerous. Hagens setting up the first goal, and it was a really clean setup by Hagens to open up the USA account tonight. The Saints tied at 2 early on in the second. They dump in, and Kempf tried to play it to the corner, but he held on to it long enough to get the whistle.
Really started going on this heater. You know, you project that out over a 62-game schedule. I mean, that's a pretty phenomenal total.
4 minutes into the second, Noah has 38 goals in the last 43 games, and Hagens carries in, and he backhands it past Johnson's glove, and this game is tied up. Took 15 seconds, and USA has evened it at 3.
I don't think Dylan Johnson really had much of a chance on that, but again, you have a turnover against this group, it's going to end up in the back of your net. Get your bearings back, but it did look like he might have lost an edge, and you got ridden into the boards right after he lost an edge.
The face-off in center. We'll keep our eye on Reeder for you on the bench. It's dumped into the Saints end, and they will start forward right to left. They turn it over. Ziemer to the right side. Stiga tried to blast it, but it hopped over his stick. Hagens in the corner, stripped by Cornforth. Saints go up the wall, far side. Rio Mullen keeps in. Down low, Hagens tries to center, blocked by the Saints, and it's swept up the wall to the point. Stiga across the blue line. Rio Mullen, he tries the shot, blocked by Frank, and he will outlet to Cornforth, right wing into the offensive zone, and chips along in back. Jay Reeder standing on the Saints bench, looking ready for his next shift. Nicole Vogel has taken her spot back in behind the bench. So the Saints high-scoring forward headed to Denver. Looks like he's going to be good.
Continue to do that and keep the puck away from Team USA. You'll be all right.
Face-off, Saints end to the right. They win it. Reeder flips forward. Noah Powell already with 1 tonight, 4 in this series. He knocks into the offensive zone. Reeder goes to the corner to work low to high. Powell takes it off the wall. Sondrell's shot takes a deflection, bounces just wide of the net. Reeder picks up in the corner. Up top, low to high. He'll turn and fire. It's blocked, and this is trouble. Hagens racing into the Saints end. Reeder right on him. He's able to leave him on the wall and pin him there as the Saints rush back. Puck in behind the net. Stiga backhands toward the front. Noah picks up and will shift forward. He'll bank it ahead for Sondrell, and then he will dump in to the offensive zone. 11.5 to go in the second. It's 3-3. A goal apiece so far in this second period. And the Saints pick up in center, right to left. They are onside on the left wing, and Sondrell's pass up top, intercepted by Ziemer. He'll spring Hagens left side into the Saints end. He stops inside the blue line, holds on, and then filters it to the corner wall. Ziemer up top for Emery. He'll shoot. It's through, and it's in. It goes through traffic, and there was a screen in front. It seemed like Johnson didn't see it, and USA has a 4-3 lead with 11:06 to play in the second. Hagens leading the line. He may have got a tip on that in front, and I think he did. I'm not sure it was his stick. I think he may have gotten that with his pant leg or something that redirected it in, and it's 4-3 USA. 30 seconds into this power play. Barron and Romeo the assists for Frank's ninth. The Saints are back level. Reeder into the offensive zone on the Saints' first power play of the night. He chips it in behind. Hagens checks him to the wall, and USA clears all the way. 4 donations to 1 goal tonight from Dubuque Screw Products. The Saints are going to change power play units, at least partially, as they start back forward right to left. Into the offensive zone, Pegarchik rumbles up the left wing. He'll slide it around to the far wall. St. Louis tries to take it off the boards. He can't, and this is dangerous for short-handed USA. They chip it forward. Hagens picks it up, his backhand, and he scores. He goes 5-hole through Johnson. It's Hagens' 4th goal of the night, a short-handed one. It puts USA back on top 5-4. 9:19 left in the second period, and James Hagens has taken over this game. Well, the Saints have seemingly done a good job against Yzerman, but it's Hagens the one who has really bit the Saints. 4 goals tonight. He had 2 points last night. He's got 5 tonight.
If you want bread, you got to go to the baker, and you want money, you go to the bank. You want goals, you go to the net. Great line from Callie Larson. That's exactly what happened there. The Fighting Saints went to the net, got the equalizer.
Saints win the draw on their own end, but they can't clear. So it's wrapped back in. Väisänen spins out of a check in the corner with 7 minutes left in the second period. There have been 10 goals tonight, 5 aside. Saints right to left. They're rushing forward, looking for more. Sondriel on the near wing. Banks toward the point. The blast from Scott. It whistles just wide of the net. Väisänen back on the right point. Slides it in behind the net. It bounces past Powell and Reeder in the corner. Noah crashing along, trying to work it back up top, but Ziemer takes the center, and then Fisher-Scott across ice for Väisänen, right side into the zone. 6.5 to go in the second. 5-5. Reeder dump. He feeds it toward the front on his backhand as he was falling, but it was intercepted. Hagens rushing forward. Look out, and it's offside against USA. Andrew King will knife in. Offensive zone. He'll chase in the corner. Tip it in behind for Merrill. Holding on. He's upended, and the Saints unable to hold on to the puck. Stiga left to right with 4.25 left in the second. 5-5. This Hagens line is out, is at least partly out there. Hagens picks up on the right side. Top of the zone. On the point. He'll go down the wall for Humphreys. In behind. He works low to high. To the point. Skahan. Top of the circle. Skahan steps up. Rips. He scores. Merrill went to block it. He may have screened Johnson. And it's 6-5 USA with the rip over the glove by Skahan. He scored in both games this weekend. And it's 3:55 to go in the second. It's 6-5 USA. And the face-off at center ice taken by USA. Saints pick off in center. Sondriel left wing, speeding back ahead, trying to cut to the net. And Skahan tipped it away. Saints keep in. Scott lofts it toward the front. It deflects wide. Sondriel in the corner trying to work back to the point. Reeder across to the wall. Couldn't hold on to it. It bounces to center. And a loose puck batted forward by USA. Hagens on the left side. Stopped by Powell, and he'll rush ahead. 1-on-2. Noah into the zone. Cutting to the circle. Cutting back to the net. His backhand stopped. He's upended. It will be a penalty on USA.
I think you or I could score into that net, couldn't you, John?
I wouldn't say that. Saints have tied it back up. 1:15 to play in this second period. Puck back in the Saints end to the right. Hagens goes to work down low. Fires toward the front, blocked by the Saints. Reeder and Pekarczyk the assists. It's Barron carrying in offensive zone. He'll loft it toward the net. It's covered by Kempf.
Like to see how Josh Moser's doing down in the production room. We're certainly putting him to work, but I know he's probably having a blast down there with all the extra highlights.
Saints win the draw offensive end. Scott to the side of the net, chopped on by Barron, saved by Kemp. Paulson will take a draw in the offensive zone. Saints win, but can't hold on. Ziemer will skate it out to the neutral zone. Into the Saints end. Hagens feeds in front, the back door, and it goes wide of the net. The shot never went in on Johnson. 35 to play. Eric Paulson ripped down to the ice. The puck loose in center, and the Saints chip it along, and Paulson jumped but couldn't keep it in. Hagens over skates. Pekarczyk picks up into the offensive zone. Left wing holds on. 20 seconds in the period. He'll leave it back to the point. Dick across ice. One-timer. Scott in on goal. Saved. Loose in the slot. Chopped forward, and then USA will feed it to center. Scott blocked it, and then he's able to kick the pass away from Hagens, or else he would have been in on goal. Saints back ahead in the final 5 of the period. They steer it in back, and then Skahan will just crank it up the wall and out to center to end the period. The Saints and the U18s ready to go for the third, and the third period is a go here in Dubuque. It's 6-6 after 40. The Saints left to right with Sondriel, Noah Powell, and Jay Reeder on the ice to start the third. It's Reeder fisting it in deep, but it's knocked up the wall, and it's Hagens who rips forward. He has 5 points tonight, 4 goals and an assist after 2 points last night. His pass intercepted by Reeder. Saints fork forward, but it's Sondriel dumping in. He couldn't quite hang on to it as he got into the offensive zone. 30 seconds in to the third, and we haven't had a goal yet. What's going on here? It's back in the Saints end. Dubuque picks up. They bank forward. Jay Reeder into the offensive zone. Top of the circle. He's knocked into the wall and lost the puck. USA will pick up. They turn it over. Noah on the wall, tries to shift out of a check, dangles toward the bottom of the ring, then looks to her feet in front. Hensler blocked it to the corner. It's loose there and then spun up the wall. Saints are starting to change lines a minute into the third. It's tied at 6, 5-4 USA in a shootout last night here in Dubuque. USA right to left towards center ice at the red line. The Saints stop it there, but USA will pick it back up, and Van Sage will shovel in to the Saints' end. Going back for it, the Saints find behind their own net, and it is outlet from Desiderio, tipped by Barron, and it goes all the way in, deep to the USA end. Up the wall, Saints force it free. Powell in the slot, the shot! It was over the bar. Rayon Mullen was diving in, maybe got a piece of it. Zemer carries back ahead, drops to Hagens, slides to the right wing, and it was tipped away by the Saints. Jubenville will pick up. Outlets to Sondriel, and the track meet is on here in the third. Right wing, Powell into the offensive zone. He'll snap, he missed it wide, and it goes off the corner boards all the way back down to the Saints' end. 4.5 into the third. 6-6 the score. 2 goals apiece in the first, 4 goals apiece in the second, and it's 6-6 early in the third. Saints try to knife through center. They pick it up. Powell on the right wing boards. Paulson goes by him on the wall and carries it down low for Jubenville. Loose behind the net. Paulson checked. It pops to the wall. Jubenville takes it low to high. Powell, the blast from there. It goes way wide off the end glass. Desiderio picks up on the left wing. Feeds toward the slot. Tipped away from Paulson and flipped to center by USA. In this game, teams traded goals. USA took a 4-3 lead. The Saints tied it. USA took a 5-4 lead. The Saints tied it. USA then took a 6-5 lead. The Saints tied it. And now it's still tied. Hagens takes into the Saints' end, cuts across ice. His snapshot missed wide. He falls down and is back to center, towards center. The Saints couldn't hold on into the neutral zone. Zemer left circle. His shot through traffic. Saved by Johnson, and he holds on to the rebound. He didn't quite see that one all the way. It hit his glove hand in the third. 6-6. Reeder tips in, and he has to go chase after it. He forces it free, though, in the corner. Then he's stripped by Hagens, who will move forward towards center. Barron flagged that one down. He'll knock it in behind. Noah Powell tries to cut past Whipple in back. Powell shielding the puck up the far side. He's dumped into the wall. That's going to be a penalty. And the USA touches up as Whipple is going to head to the box to center. Seamus has to crash back for it. He has McMorrow right on his back as he goes back in the Saints' end. He'll bank it to center. Numbers for the Saints if they hurry into the zone. Powell will slow it down. Noah on the near wall. 5 seconds on the power play. To the point for Seamus. Left side, Cornforth holds on, turns, fires. It goes wide of the net. Off the corner wall, USA back to full strength. Powell on the near boards. He's sandwiched. Paulson will skate it down low for Hendrickson. Touch toward the front, and it never got to Noah, with McMorrow finding it and blasting it down the ice. Dylan Johnson out of the net, leaves it to the corner. 8:50 to go in the third. It's 6-6. The Saints can't convert on the power play. Stiga forces free in the Saints end. Lorilla, the one-timer from the point, didn't get all of it. Johnson gloves the knuckler and holds on. 6-6 the score. 8:43 left in regulation. Hagens to take a draw in the Saints end. He has 4 goals and 5 points tonight. A future top of the line NHL Draft pick. Saints have struggled keeping him in check tonight. The puck down, but they quickly blow the play back dead, and they'll redrop this draw. Michael Barron taking it for the Saints. 8:43 remaining in this third period. 6-6 the score. And this matchup has lived up to the hype this weekend. The U18s against the top team in the Eastern Conference in the USHL. And it has been wildly entertaining this weekend. Still 8:43 to play in this one. Saints can't win the draw. The blast rips wide by LaPointe off the end wall all the way back out to center. Romeo will slide it in deep, and the Saints will chase. Tie game with 8.5 to play. 6-6. Stiga on the right wing, the right side out of his own end, and to the neutral zone. Zemer hacks it in deep to the Saints zone, and it goes back in behind the net. Saints pick it up the wall. They turn it over. Zemer on the right wing. His shot in front, tipped by Hagens from between his legs. He missed it over the net, and it goes out the center. The talent and the skill and the creativity for Hagens on full display tonight. USA right back into the zone. It goes wide of the Saints net, banks off the end wall. Johnson kicks it in play, and Scott will bank to center for Colin Frank. He couldn't hang on to it Rio Mullen back ahead, under 8 to play. In the third, it's 6-6. Has it halfway through this USA power play, and now it's the unit with Yzerman and Hagens stepping out on the ice. Seamus will chip it all the way down with 48 to go on this kill for the Saints. 6:10 to go. In the third, it's tied at 6. The third and final meeting between these teams this year. The first two both went past 60 minutes. Both USA wins, one in overtime, one in a shootout. USA on the power play in a tie game here. In the third, under 6 to play, into the Saints end of the left. Rio Mullen on the right point, across left side, Hagens holding on. He already has 5 points with 4 goals tonight. Takes over top of the circle, cross ice. Yzerman on the right side is blast. It goes off the glass. Hagens keeps in, but it was played with a high stick. When he settled it, and the face-off will come all the way back down to the USA zone to the right.
In this place, it kind of penalizes your team because you have to go all the way back to your own zone for a face-off.
USA wins the draw. 15 left on this kill for the Saints, their first of this contest. It's 6-6, 5.5 to play. Hagens right to left, across ice, plant into the Saints end, far wing, drops back. Zemer leaves to the point for Rio Mullen. Kalen Bick out of the box, and the Saints get the kill. Jubenville on the wall, tries to chip it forward. Yzerman blocked it. It's loose down the wall. Saints in behind their own net, and Jubenville is overtaken. They are back at full strength, but USA still threatening. Hagens to the point. Skahan can't keep it in and hopped over his stick. Noah crashes to center, trying to chip it in deep. He couldn't quite get it all the way there. Hagens goes across ice. 5 minutes to play in a tie game, 6-6. Yzerman kicks it into the Saints end. He'll take the draw against Hagens. Saints end to the left, near circle. It goes to the wall. The Saints chip forward, and they have Hendrickson with Pekarchik rushing forward, 2-on-1. Hagens rushing back to help. Hendrickson turns at the right circle, holds on there. USA evens it up. The Saints crash in down low. Scott upended, and they can't pick up the puck. And it's Hagens on the left wing into the Saints end. Reeder tips it away from him. He'll go across ice and get the puck into the USA zone. Icing waved off as Larilla goes back for it. 3.5 to play. In the third, it's 6-6. Larilla shovels up the wing. Stigo will bank to center, and he has Zemer into the Saints end. It's a dangerous line for USA, rushing up the ice to the side of the net. It's loose there. Zemer turns, goes back to the point. Larilla in from the right point, dangles toward the high slot, tries the shot. It's loose in front. They dig away. It's loose to the high slot, and Zemer goes to the point. Larilla with 3:05 left in this third period goes back down the wall. USA's going to change.
Great period for the Saints.
Saints lose the draw. Zemer, quick shot up high on Johnson. It's batted back on him, and he saves the second chance. It was loose briefly. He was able to stop it. It may have been Feisenin that puck bounced back off of. He's able to make both saves. 1:02 left. It is the Hagens line out right now. He's waiting at the top of the circle. Saints end to the left near ring. It's Sondriel against Stigo, won by USA. Tucked in behind the net. The last minute of the third. Back up top. Hensler blast wide of the net. Saints have spent a lot of time in their own end in the last few minutes. Noah towards center. Barron swats it in deep. 48 seconds to go in regulation. 6-6 the score. Tip towards center. Flag down by Noah, tries to charge it in deep. It's blocked by USA. Sondriel gloves down, tips it to himself, and then trying to bank it down low. It was stripped. Hagens rushing forward, blocked by Barron. Saints can't hold on. Hagens on the right wing, back into the Saints end. Cuts to the slot, his snap, blocked by Fisher-Scott. Stays in the zone. Hensler at the top. His right point shot save, rebound, chucked wide on the backhand by Zemer. He has the rebound in the corner, 18 seconds left. Swatted forward, not out by the Saints. Skahan across the blue line, the shot through traffic, bounces wide. It's loose behind the net. Visinen picks up with 10 to go in the period, and he'll skate forward on the left wing. Banks to center. Noah will chip it ahead at the line. He's upended. Doesn't get a call. He wants one, but the horn sounds, and we are headed to overtime for the third time in as many games between these two teams this season.
Weekend long, and it's just been such an entertaining series to watch.
Saints can't win the draw in the offensive zone. It's Rio Mullen carrying to center for USA, and USA called onside inside the Saints end. The shot goes up and out of play. That was not even close to being onside, and it was allowed to go. You would have seen some angry people if that puck went in. If that puck went in the net.
He was 10 feet offside.
Way offside there, but the Saints able to get the stop, and it goes up out of play. 3:42 to go in overtime. 6-6. Face-off Saints end. They can't win it. Rio Mullen on the center point. Saints zone to the right. He'll work to the right side. Hendrickson steps up to him. It's Hendrickson, Paulson, and Fisher-Scott for the Saints. Zemer, Hagens, and Rio Mullen for USA. The Saints tip it free from Hagens and rush forward. Right wing, Hendrickson into the zone. Cutting to the right circle across ice. Scott, the snap shot. He scores!